Hello YouTube, this is Cham Region here and welcome back to another episode of Wargame Airland Battle. So today is day 1 of the operations and we have to make some strategic decisions before the day's fighting ensures. So let's start up north with Kristiansand, and we're going to tell these guys to rest and recuperate to hold the line because it's a valuable 1-point area. Now, there's fighting at Opdal, and the 12th Brigade probably need reserves because they're now depleted. But the only forces available, the ones at Lillehammer, aren't exactly in a good shape either. And all of this territory, Alesund, Lillehammer, Hamar, Gaul, isn't actually worth anything. And these sort of like small decks are more a delaying force to keep the Soviets at bay. So I think these guys, I'm going to tell them to rest and recuperate as well. So the guys at Opdal will hold the Soviets off for as long as possible. And then they'll fall to Lillehammer, and we have to hold them off for as long as possible until we can deploy more forces. The guys at Karlsland are looking okay, however, so I'm going to tell them to move up to Malun. There's a Soviet force here at Ottersund that's probably going to move south and capture more, but we can't do much about that at the moment. Fine at Sundsvall will continue. This force at Uppsala can interject north at Gavel. That'll provide another line of defence. Guys at Stockholm, it's a valuable 3-point sector and the Soviets could launch a naval attack against it, so I'm going to keep that for now. And the force at Vimmerby, I'm going to tell them to move north as well. They still need rest and recuperation before I'd want them in a battle, but at this stage I think it's more important to get them north. Same with these guys at Halmstad, I want to mobilise them north as well. Now down here, the force at Kiel that's forming the blocking force, I'm going to tell them to rest and recuperate, because anything the Soviets send from Germany and Europe, they'll have to face. The guys at Aarhus, however, now this is an important deck, it's got a lot of good tanks in it. Now, the fight at Copenhagen isn't looking too good for us, so I'm going to have to make an unfortunate attack, and we're going to have to divert the Panzerbrigade into Copenhagen to defend the city against the naval assault, because we need to repel this force quickly. Elsewhere, so we'll be holding the line up here. In terms of reinforcements, air recon, not that useful. Aerial cover, I think we're going to deploy aerial cover for these guys here. Let's see, camouflage. I'm going to camouflage the guys at Lillehammer. Actually, I'm probably going to camouflage the guys at Kiel because I want to build them up a bit, and camouflaging might make them think it's not worth attacking. And let's see, we can delay maritime activity, and I think that's probably a good idea. We can redeploy in these sectors here. The Baltic Sea isn't a maritime sector, so we can't actually stop the Soviets there, but we can stop them here. I'm not actually sure that's worth doing at all, because I don't think the Soviets are attacking, but we might as well do the Norwegian Sea. Aerial cover has been deployed, everything else costs points, and I want to save up and get some of the forces, because this deck here isn't worth anything and I don't want to deploy it straight into a fight. For the MAB and forces that are coming in tomorrow, we want points so we can start buying these guys in. So, to sum up, Kristiansand and Lillehammer are preparing for the fall of Opdal, which will probably be inevitable. Fine's going to continue here to delay them. These guys are moving into position to contain this push here. Stockholm is safe, and we're going to try and take back Copenhagen as quickly as possible. We can't afford to lose Copenhagen. So, I think that's about it. So let's send the orders. And they've deployed forces. Right, so the Spatial Key are the first guys fighting. That's not going to be good because they're definitely the worst of the two decks. And they're launching more amphibious landings. Right. So we're really low on supplies at this point, and we're going to have to contain them because they've advanced a kilo. I think best thing we can do is, do we have any? We have one hawk, right? I'm going to deploy it here and give it a good amount of supplies to keep it firing. We're also going to deploy some cube recon and some, actually We're going to invest in a full-on FOB to supply both the ATMs and the tows. And let's see. We'll deploy 2 tows here, and their job is to watch this route. Now, one problem I have is command vehicles. I'm going to have to deploy a command vehicle. Well, this deck has no resources in it whatsoever. Cancel this FOB, get this command vehicle up here, but we need to keep control of our house. Again, we'll have to do a budget defense, probably get recon to see what's coming on in some kind of infantry. Carl Gustav's good for ambushing. And I guess now we'll save points. So the fighting will be done at Kiel and say Kilo. The tow to hopefully hold the tanks at bay. Same with the Hawks. Hold whatever air force they're going to deploy at bay. I think the priority will be to get some command vehicles out. We have 4 we can still call on to try and capture these areas. Get ready for the Germans. So let's on to the fight. And they're spawning stuff immediately, of course. Wow, you can the line of sight, of course. Go forward you can. Let's unload these guys. Back there, and he's here. Alright, they've already launched an attack. What do we got? We got... look at all those units. That's why I hate the... we are vulnerable to infantry here, but I think the main priority will be on this side. Let's see what we got. We got... we're losing tows already. Yep, their air force is coming into play again. Okay, let's deploy some tows here. Support. I have to deploy some infantry. Do we? Let's deploy some key infantry. And the FOB has been knocked out, so there goes all our supplies. Oh my goodness, this deck's... See, I just don't understand how you're meant to resist against this kind of a force. I mean, right, we're going to have to start deploying command vehicles because that's the only way we're going to be able to defeat this kind of force. So that Hawk's going to be destroyed. Oh, we got T-55s. Nothing that bad. Basically, they're going to spread all into Gulf and Echo, and now they're going to capture so much of Copenhagen. We're barely going to have the remotest chance of actually being able to hold this sector when we're the Germans, because they're going to spawn with such a small amount of the territory under their control. Situation is definitely grim in Denmark. Honestly, I don't like investing in all these command vehicles when I've got nothing to defend them, but I'm just going to get out. See, look at that. We can get fire the barrages in. I'm going to tell these guys to turn off their tows. They're not going to be able to have damage tanks at this point. Anyway, I'm going to get a recon key because I saw them sending stuff in the Echo area. Tows on, try and take that guy out. Actually, no. Where's that? No! Well, there goes our recon. And... oh my goodness, this is abysmal. Now they're bringing a tank because these... they should be able to hit him at that range, come on. Still have starfighters, but that's a bomber. Okay, you're panicked, so you probably won't be able to kill him. No, you can, but you're just going to get taken out immediately anyway. And what are the odds of actually us being able to... Alright, let's get the helmets up, see if we can take out the M12. Again, I'm going to secure hotel. See, then these guys are going to waste all their missiles. This deck's really artillery heavy, and air force, which are the one things we can't do anything about. Right, well there's Gilead secured. At least we've got the important sections under our control. Oh, no, those aren't tank destroyers. Alright, let's get some tanks down here. A few recon vehicles we could push into Kilo, maybe snipe a few things. Alright, now our anti-tank defenses are down, and they've got what looks like a swarm of tanks coming in. I think a Starfighter suicide run is in order to contain this mob of units. And I think target those guys. The T-55s will probably drive into the explosion. Maybe we can get lucky and have a command vehicle in there. Although I wouldn't fancy those also. Okay, you should get out of there. Okay, they split up, but still. Okay, some kills. Not enough to actually change the course of the battle, but you made it out alive. Right, now we're completely outnumbered. Oh, damn. I'm gonna have to keep. I'm gonna have to buy another Starfire. That's the only thing that can actually handle these guys. That is because anything else is just gonna get artillery to hell and back. This deck is okay. Yeah, you shouldn't even be able to see that command vehicle. At least this T-55 mob is going to be pacified for a few seconds, even though the Starfire is probably going to buy it. No, that MiG's going in for attack on the command vehicle. And that barely didn't do anything against the T-55s. Right. Okay, let's see. Let's still focus on this attack. Right, their tanks are trying to break through here. And this is just a Polish deck. Imagine if we actually had some proper Soviet like T-80s or something to deal with. This would be impossible. Right, now they've got... Okay, Hawk. Nope, their Air Force just wipes it out. And now they're... These guys are just going to utterly annihilate. Yep. This deck has nothing of use. And the Polish... Why are the Polish so good? They just come in with absolutely everything and I can do naught about it. Right, we need to start shooting down these gunships. Oh, you're going to use up all your missiles before you even get there because there's the Air Force is just completely all over us. What's going on here? More stuff that's getting annihilated. Starfighters are up and running again. Might as well prioritize their anti-aircraft defenses. Probably. Right, try and take out that Strela platform. And our command vehicle is being destroyed. That's nice. And we lost our air-to-air fighter. Basically, I can't. There's nothing I can do. Absolutely didn't score. Right, let's try and get a recon helicopter. That's gonna get shot down immediately. I just realized that the second I bought it. Hotel's been lost, so we lost 2 command vehicles. Our planes are flying around not doing anything. That's just gonna get a target. Yep, there we go. Their interceptors are taking us out very nicely. Let's just buy our last command vehicle, just so we can actually secure Hotel and get... No, Gilead's a bigger priority. Even though that's, well, too well defended, so... Right, we need to try and shoot down these gunships. Get some infantry going on. Get some more tanks, which we're just going to have to use swarm tactics. Let's get you out of there immediately. Let's get you flying around here. Up here, this is a completely lost cause. We have to keep this place defended to some degree. Everything else is getting fixed and refitted. Right, so we need to secure Gilead. I'm going to ambush some of these C-55s here with the recon infantry. Probably not, but we can dream. Alright, more artillery is rendering our forces redundant. Let's see. Can you try and intercept this MiG? I'm probably not going to do anything against it, but nope, it evac'd way too quickly. Let's get you out of there. Right, let's get our last command vehicle in here. Let's get some good infantry in to defend it. So like here. They've got straddle platforms, so our air force is completely neutered now. Let's add another tank just for... So we have nothing else to do because the Danish army is completely worthless. Let's see, I'm trying to get the keepers in the way just so they're shooting at something else rather than anything that might be remotely valuable. And the MiG does another killing job again. Can't do anything about it because we have nothing to take out their airplanes. At least the Peter is a MiG, or however you pronounce their infantry, they'll be taken out fairly quickly, and they're moving up more on this side. I'm just going to surround this CV with stuff. It's just going to be more stuff to get killed later, but right, they're moving stuff up to the north into the Alpha sector. Love if I could do anything about it, but I can barely. Okay, that one. Usually be able to handle the infantry with just one squad in it. Surely. Nope. What was I thinking? Infantry with just one squad in it? Handled by a big vehicle like that? That's madness. Okay, let's get a helicopter here. Get the bombers on them. Right, Juliet's ours again. At least this stuff seems to be relatively undefended, so we can score some key points. Nope, you couldn't hit that to save your life. Let's buy another one. Okay, quick routes, hit it again. Stuff that. Yeah, we're gonna need some ground forces to handle these guys. Let's get some tanks on the job. Let's get these tanks to advance. Whereas these AA infantry, they're not going to do anything, but I'm just buying it, so... Right, that CV is probably going to get killed. Yes, look, oh my goodness. Yeah, it's going to die. Stop and regroup, and don't bother doing anything, just refit him. We're going to have to buy a lot of supply trucks. They're just going to get killed again, but... Right, what do we have? We have an advance here. We lost a starfighter. Right, let's just clean up these forces here. What do we have? No, I'm going to probably buy a couple of tanks to take out that one guy here. India. This has been lost. They're probably deploying their own CV here, which will render all of our efforts up to this point redundant. Right. And what total? Why do we get a total defeat? That's bollocks. Not that I was expecting any better. I mean, the Danish deck is completely redundant, and it's now been routed, so it's going to get destroyed. Well, that's a very depressing first episode to start off with. In this new day, but there we go. That's what happened. This has been Cham Region. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.